Hey horror fans, welcome back to another Halloween edition review. This is episode 25, which means only 6 more days till Halloween. So hopefully all of you little kitties have a cool scary costume. Anyways, this time I'm going to be reviewing a Clive Barker semi-classic, if you will, because I wouldn't really consider this one of my favorite movies on an account. I don't really remember the second one or much of the third one, actually. Anyways, this film is actually pretty cool, and that film is Candyman. The very first one, from the chilling imagination of Clive Barker. I did not even know Clive Barker actually wrote the story until I was in 7th grade, when I did a report over the short story The Forbidden by Clive Barker. And then I actually got an A+ on it, so I did a pretty good job. This kind of stays true to The Forbidden in its entirety, actually. Of course, Tony Todd's best known movie, most well known. It's definitely probably my second favorite Tony Todd movie. The reason being, I think Hatchet 2 is his best role. And he did a really cool role as Ben in Night of the Living Dead, the Tom Savini version. Anyways, this film's a ghost story, so that's really cool. Now, it's not one of those ghosts that disappear, but he's a ghost nonetheless because he's a dead man. It's about a writer, college student, Actually, I think it might be, yeah, a graduate student who decides, I'm gonna do a thesis on probably an urban legend. And she finally came across a really juicy, good story of a ghost that inhabits the Cabrini Green area of Chicago. Sorry about that, my voice is a little lost today. Which luckily today I'm not sick, so good. Anyways, upon finding out about it, she's not believing the story one little bit, so she decides, I'm going to do it, and say the name 5 times in the mirror. Which, if anybody knows, the original legend is Bloody Mary, so I liked that Candyman, Clive Barker used Candyman in the form of, instead of it being Bloody Mary, it being a killer with a hook. And those who believe and those who disbelieve Candyman, they're going to get killed either way. And if you happen to be one of those unlucky women, you will become his love interest. So Virginia Madsen, who plays Helen, the main character, the heroine, if you will, of this story, she gradually says it, and then upon doing that, she finds out her life's going to turn into a living hell, because every person she's come across so far in the movie ends up dying at Candyman's hook. And also, he's got a reason for killing people, too. When he was a slave, back in the 1800s, I think, either 18 or 1900s, he ended up, becoming, basically, he basically, what's the word I'm looking for? He became in love with his slave owner's daughter. And what happened? He got her pregnant, and then, of course, her father finds out about it and orders a lynch mob, not actually lynching, but killing him in the worst way possible, at least back then the worst way possible, by shrouding him in honey and being stung to death by bees. And one person throws a hook at him to injure him, and it does. And he loses his hand, I forget how though, and he uses that hook, that same hook that injured him, as his weapon of choice. So that's kind of cool, using the same weapon that basically killed you, and using bees on top of that. He does use bees, that's why there's also a bee on the cover. They basically stung all his intestines, so instead of having intestines and organs and a heart and stuff like that, he's got bees basically for his organs. So that's really cool. This is kind of a love story as well, because Candyman, he's just looking for somebody to take to hell with him to love. So it's kind of a sad story on his part, because those are basically his reasons for killing. He's killing for love. And the fact that that love became his death. So this film, special effects wise, this film was great. Sadly though, you don't really get to see a whole lot of Candyman in it. Like, he shows up in the movie, just not through most of it. He said a lot in this film, like people talk about him. And anyways, Helen finally gets to meet him, and she is sad to discover that he is coming to take her to hell. So she's basically really upset to find out that she is Candyman's love interest. So yeah, and he basically stalks her, not in a creepy kind of following sort of way, but killing all her friends to get to her. So this film will keep you in suspense until the very end, and the ending of this made it open for a sequel. The sequel, like I said, is Farewell to the Flesh. In case I didn't say that, I'll say it again. Farewell to the Flesh. And the third one is Day of the Dead, because it takes place in Mexico on Dia de los Muertos, or the Day of the Dead. And anyways, I liked this movie. Definitely worth an 8.9 out of 10 hatchets. Get it if you're a fan of Tony Todd, or if you're a fan of cult horror, or you've never seen Candyman, and you want to. You can get this on DVD at a Walmart during Halloween time. You can probably find it on Netflix. Anyways, that's my review over the Gone But Not Forgotten Candyman. I think they only made 3 of them though, but anyways, that's my review over Candyman. Please leave your comment below, and subscribe if you want. And I'll be back with another review tomorrow. Peace. And have a great and scary Halloween.